Welcome on in, you beautiful people. It is, what day is it? February 11th.
Hump day.
Hump day. Trainwreck Today E068 flush episode. We've got a lot going on in the toilet bowl here. We've got fallout from the big game. We've got the Olympics. We've got a lot going on. We got Slick L on my left. We got Don on the ones and twos and producer Rachel in the saddle, making sure that we're on our best behavior after that stutter step out the gate. With that said, boys, I think there's a lot to get into at the Olympics. There's a lot to get into with NBA, etc. But we are still seeing some fallout from this big game, from this Super Bowl that they played this past Sunday. We have Drake May was getting pain injections. We have Will Campbell was playing with like a torn MCL or something that just doesn't even make sense. What are you thinking of this extra fallouts like that's been occurring these last 48 hours?
Not too much of it.
Classic narrative. Yes. Tale as old as time.
Wouldn't expect anything less from New England. Drake May, sour wuss, cry me a river, if you will. And Will Campbell, I mean, I guess that explains why you're just letting everyone fly by and pummel you and put you 6 feet in the dirt before getting to Drake May. So I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of excuses to me. It's like when MMA fighters come out and say they were injured in camp leading up to the fight. Like, you know, everyone's injured in the playoffs. Once you get to the big dance, there's no excuses.
Yeah, I think the most hurt Will is maybe his feelings because he was getting torched on Twitter for even the day after the game. Yeah, I don't know. Look. I'm not saying it's not real, but look at Josh. You know, he was showing up in crutches. That's kind of the postseason. No one really gets out unscathed, unhurt. Everyone's hurt and playing through it, and doesn't want to leak any info to give a competitive edge over there. But no excuses. You still got bodied. You know?
The whole thing to me is that if they were able to gut out this win, if they were able to somehow beat the Seahawks, they would be bragging about these same things. They would be saying that they got it done despite that. So you can't really use this as an excuse for me at this point. It just doesn't play. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to allow it to play. So sorry, Patriots, you're not allowed to make these excuses.
This is the most I've heard from a losing team after a Super Bowl in a very long time. Just take your ball and go home. There will be next season. Sam Darnold's enjoying himself at Disney World. You guys can enjoy yourself in Cabo or from your couch, wherever you please.
Yeah, hey, I know Cabo is the joke when you send people home, but not a terrible way, you know.
To nothing on Cabo
if the season's over.
Nothing like Cabo here the last couple of days. 30, 26.
I was outside the T-shirt yesterday.
Yeah, the Chihuahua finally was down to exit the house. That she has not wanted to leave. Go outside once. She's just been pissing inside.
Not a lot of body mass on Cheech. Honestly.
No, she tops out at 6 pounds, and that's with her winter weight. And Slick has experienced it before. She won't go outside, so I just have to concede that every workday I'm going to come home to a couple gifts on the rug.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm agreed with. Last couple days though, no gifts. The gifts are going outside and in the trash where they belong.
Atta girl, Cheech.
Love that. Big progression for Cheech. Obviously excited she's able to get out. Not a lot of body mass. She needs to make sure she's taken care of for sure. Speaking of taking care of, as of right now, you know, if you've followed along on Trainwreck, you know, we've had some gambling partners in the sphere. We've done some work with multiple outlets. Right now, free agents currently testing the waters, similar to
this is breaking news to me.
Yeah, no, we're free agents right now at this point for sure. There's no doubt about it. We're looking for our next partner as far as our wagering, our betting, our move into the future with gambling.
Wait, is this for sportsbook only, or is this also
everything? Well, everything, okay. And that leads to the next topic, which we're seeing for the fallout from the big game. Prediction markets crushed. So looking across the board, apparently they got like 8 to 10x the action. Now, with 8 to 10x the action does come some additional growing pains, some potential problems. We saw this with the quote unquote insider trading from the halftime show, but then it turns out that this halftime show guy didn't even win his bets.
Yeah,
the 1-1 on
he didn't come
on Sunday.
out on top of money. He won a couple, but he also so he nailed the Lady Gaga one, but he hammered no on Cardi B.
And
he's like,
wow, did
he he outed himself. He's like, that was me.
Have you
the
seen,
guy that gave me that info fucked me over.
Have you seen this though? That like
I thought he did bet Cardi B, and then they took it away.
I think that's what happened.
I think he did bet her to perform, but then she was just on stage, but didn't.
Oh, okay.
So they might have even taken it away from him because I thought initially they paid it out.
I think so. So how I interpreted it was that he bet Cardi B to perform. He knew that she was going to be on stage.
Yes.
Like he saw her on the call list or that she was going to be there.
Yep.
She was clearly a focal point of the camera for like 2 seconds. They did pass over very quickly.
My boys so dirty.
Don, like, this is why I had to state that we're free agents because we're looking at who we want to work with. This prediction market gets a little crazy when there's little technicalities here and there. And then the things that seem like wins end up being losses.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also too, like it's interesting because it makes it seem like a market, but like in a normal stock market, if you're buying stocks, you're buying it from someone, right?
Yes.
So they're like, the shares they're selling, there's not a finite number. It's the same thing as crypto. There's not like a market cap, right? So that's how they made a killing. And what I'm saying is when I buy Yes shares, I'm not buying it from another human. I'm just buying it from whatever this prediction market is. So there's no cap on the shares. So it's where like the trading of it all gets like murky.
It is weird.
You're buying a position really.
It is weird because you
anything.
can't bet on a market that doesn't have volume. So they act too like it's human shares.
And that's where the morality piece of it all come in because they say if you're trading on something and you win, someone had to lose the trade on the other side. So versus on a like a DraftKings or a FanDuel where you feel like you're beating the book, quote unquote, you're actually just taking money from another person.
But in reality,
but this is always wasn't this always the gambling like kind of dream, right? Though, like, what if you took the books out of it and you just found someone who wanted to bet the opposite of what you wanted to bet, and then you cancel out the vig?
Yeah. I mean, that part of it. That's what I'm saying is great. But yeah, as we're seeing, there's especially with some of the strange markets where we're talking about like international politics and stuff. There's some definite insider trading. Looks like that guy that hammered that one position on Monday's show.
Yeah,
we were going to buy.
I don't think he ended up cashing out.
Yeah, that was weird. That was odd. Did you see that like caused like a wave of like other action and like all kinds of plays?
Yeah, it's like when I've looked at splits before, and there was a couple years ago. I think the biggest underdog bet I ever had in college basketball was, what was it, Oregon State? I was texting you about it. I remember
this.
Arizona. They were like a 22 point. And I'm like, for whatever reason, there was like 2% of bets, but like 30% of money on their money line. And that's what you do. You follow the sharps. There's like someone knows something.
Yeah.
I'm going to blindly tail.
Honestly, we live in a financial world where you'd rather go off a cliff with someone on like a 10 to 30 to 1 shot, like thinking that they might know something versus just taking a 1-to-1 on a regular play.
Yeah,
and that's even come to bite MMA in the ass when people know something. You've seen even on traditional sports books, even the fight card.
Yeah, wasn't there one a couple weeks ago? They paid to take the fight off the card.
There was a pay-per-view a couple weeks ago. Guy minus Michael Johnson, I believe, opened up as a plus 300 dog. And by the time, right before fight day, it had moved to even money. And Dana just scrapped it. He just saw the line movement and scrapped it. After what's happened, they had to permanently ban a coach from the UFC for leaking inside information. Something similar clearly happened here. Got flagged real quick. It's affecting the traditional books as well.
We're not picking on the prediction markets. These are all just like gambling things.
This was happening with the sports books in college basketball, NBA for decades.
I mean, it just happened these past 2 years. Yes. Insider trading with first pitches with the NCAA, with our own UB team, making a first half total go under. It was just in sports, and I think that was different. And that was all legalized betting too. So, I mean, it's just interesting how things are happening. And then right before the show, if we want to be fair, you got FanDuel that says no more credit cards.
Yeah, that's definitely a step for sure. I mean, I appreciate it.
I didn't even know you
it's
could use
responsible.
credit cards with like sports books. I thought it was strictly debit and bank account.
When they first came out, you definitely could. When Cuomo first was like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Was like, hey, I'm going through some image issues, weed's legal, and
that was all spammed.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah,
and then on the flip side, Vegas says, hey, you're down bad. You want to pawn your gold right in the casino? We'll melt it down for you.
Take this chain right off your neck. See how much it's worth. We'll pay you.
When
just trust us on how much it's worth, by the way.
Like, it wasn't too long ago that, like, it seemed like taking a line of credit out from the casino was, like, the saddest thing you could, like, do, like, in that moment. It's gone astronomical very quickly. I mean, if you see someone pawning gold, like, the odds that was like stolen, like, at that point too, like, right? Like, what's
the casinos are welcoming that.
Yeah, no. Who's the authority on, like, do you really own that gold? Like, is there some kind of paperwork like that actually goes?
It doesn't seem like there is, because if there's not, that's basically like asking to boost the crime rate in an already like crime-ridden Las Vegas.
Yeah, there's a great kind of comedy video of this one guy, like, I don't know, betting his rent on like online blackjack, losing it. It's all fake, obviously, but he like steals his neighbor's copper because they're out of town. He's like, only got like $500 because the guy said this copper was quote unquote clearly stolen, but he still paid it out. So yeah.
Speaking of stealing, this is the other biggest fallout from the big game. So we kind of had this happening in real time Monday, but it's only gotten like crazier. This Ring doorbell situation. I mean, everyone is now realizing like the data is being collected no matter what. Did you see?
I didn't see this.
Did you it is it's a mess.
State.
I mean, you have to figure that, right? You can literally take the thing off and it still keeps all of its memory on it.
But if it's not on, like, it could be off and unsubscribed, and they're still capturing the data.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, the whole thing's hooked up to a community app where like everything you want can be uploaded. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they're recording while it's off either.
Yeah, now that like
it is concerning.
I kind of rewatched because first you see the commercial, it's like, oh, that's nice. I can see a dog.
Oh, they literally told on themselves in like the worst way.
Yeah, and then you realize it's literally the like equivalent of the end of The Dark Knight. When like, Morgan Freeman, like, he gives him the code to destroy.
Yes.
Like, he turns all of Gotham into this, and you're like, oh, that's basically what their advertising ring light is like this massive network where, you can find any of these, data and footage. So told on themselves big time.
Did they do that during the big game?
Yeah. So they advertised it like, we are going to be able to like help you find your dog if it goes missing now, thanks to like Ring doorbell. Like that was was really the crowning thing of the commercial.
Right.
And everyone's like, wait, you're watching us all the time? Yeah. Like, and then that was like the like thing. Like, and now again, I know that you and we sign up for digital services, streaming, so we're so used to like disclaimering, like, and we even joke about when you go onto an app and the app says, like, do you want to allow tracking while you use it? And it says allow, or what are the options, right? Allow or ask app not to track.
Yeah.
It's like try and ask us, like, it's ridiculous.
Oh,
so
please, app, don't track.
Or only allow while using the app.
Yes, crazy. Speaking of crazy, this is absurd. Would never happen in Buffalo in a million years. Seahawks parade says kids and teachers got to stay in schools. Schools are still open. This is a no-brainer, folks. You only win a Super Bowl if something only happens like less than once a decade. You've got to like cancel stuff.
Yeah, what are we doing? I can't imagine weather's terrible in Seattle either. They're doing the parade on a damn Wednesday to begin with. I'm sure bosses are letting their employees stay home, go to the parade.
43 and sunny.
The kids, 43 and sunny in
43
Seattle.
And sunny
you don't
in
get
Seattle
that every day in Seattle, especially in mid-February.
0%.
0%. And you're making the kids stay inside. Shame on you, Washington State.
I would hate my parents if I was a Seahawks kid fan and they made me go to school that day.
I mean, there should be school superintendents that step in and say, we will turn a blind eye to these unexcused absences.
Yeah, like this is a great chance for district by district to really show where you align.
100%. This is a way for you to win your district over.
I was going to say the districts haven't been this up for grabs since the Hunger Games, so
Yes.
we'll definitely keep an eye on this. We'll see what happens in our own district here. New York State Troopers, who had this $8,200 in tickets.
Saw
this
the
is
numbers.
crazy.
Yeah,
They were hitting up their quotas, and they always frame this as like a safe prevention like thing, right? But this is like a huge revenue builder.
Yeah, and those aren't 8,200. It's not all like DWIs and stuff.
No, there's infractions they catch along the way.
I do have to talk about this because this is relevant to Slick. Williamsville East assistant principal.
Oh, I saw this. I saw this.
I knew her. I went to school with her. I'm not gonna say her name. You can find it for yourselves, but I haven't seen her or thought about her in a decade plus, and that's never a good time to re-enter someone's memory.
Let me just tell you, since Monday morning, because I have a couple friends that work in these school systems.
You know the baseball coach here? You're plugged in?
I have not. I've seen this story and this individual on 5 different screens since Monday. This story is everywhere. I don't get I get that she's caring for kids or something, but a DUI or a DWI isn't this a bit much? I must be missing something. Aggravated is bad. I get it.
I think it's the fact it's a Williamsville East, a nice district as to it. I think if it was a Buffalo public teacher, it'd be like, what?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What are we doing here?
It's an assistant principal too, and not just
assistant principal. Lead by example.
And she went to East and was good friends with a girl I was dating in high school at the time. So I definitely knew this person.
You've got proximity.
I haven't talked or seen or spoken in a long time. Hope everything works out. You do the crime, whatever, it's not looking good. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of above my pay grade. If someone keeps or loses their job. But we had to talk about it,
I agree. I agree. At least had to be mentioned. Again, I couldn't stress that I've seen this story more than any story from this past weekend. Look,
I was strictly obviously sent it to me, like you said, Don, as a Willie East alum, but you adding that depth to the story does make it a little more interesting.
I hung out with this person for sure.
That's craziness.
Anyway, moral of the story, be responsible. Don't drink and drive. They'll get you. 8,200 people getting tickets.
And that's just Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah, Super Bowl weekend.
Wait, was it 8,200 people or $8,200?
8,200 tickets.
Oh my God, 8,200 tickets?
So it wasn't just, those weren't all DWIs. They were pulling over fucking everybody for everything. Yeah. So if you're speeding 5-10 over, they're pulling you over to see if you're drinking. It was part of a stop DWI
initiative.
So and again,
so
they're ticketing everybody.
So if the average ticket is $50, that they just brought in $500,000 this past weekend.
Yeah.
And the average ticket's way more than $50. It's like $100 at least.
Yeah, usually if they're giving one out. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, thanks for keeping us safe, New York State Troopers, for sure.
Yeah.
The halftime show, the alternative halftime show. The halftime show got the exact fallout. I think most people liked it. A couple people didn't like that it was all in Spanish. Everything that was going to be expected out of that one. The one that's been a little bit more of a surprise was the Turning Point one.
Yeah.
What? We got a pre-record with Kid Rock. Did you see? And he did a partial period. I want to make this is very important. They denied it initially that it was pre-recorded, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually they had to be yeah, it was pre-recorded, but it was live.
Did you see?
Yeah, he was I didn't lip sync though, like they do at the Super Bowl.
It's dude, but you just gave us the definition of what lip syncing is beforehand. So not a great look for sure.
Yeah, some of the I've seen some of the clips. It's tough because I think like a lot of Western New Yorkers, there's a tinge of you that does, you'll have some love for some country music, but some of it is pretty cringy and I think has some ulterior motives.
Listen, just because
than just making good country music, there's a deeper thing they're trying to accomplish.
We argue all the time with all this stuff. I think that just because you're on the right side of an issue doesn't mean you always look cool.
No.
That's all I'd say right there.
No.
So we'll be interested to see what's going on there. But yeah, the fallout from the big game, it's still probably going on. Again, New England, you can't make any excuses. Speaking of no excuses, we got the U.S. in the Olympics. I'm checking the updated medal count right now. We've still got Norway and Switzerland leading the way with 7 and 4 golds respectively. USA is the only other country in double-digit medals so far. So we are putting up some numbers there. We got the curling mixed doubles miracle. Sweden beating USA on the final zone. We just watched this slick, pretty electric clip, checking it out before the show.
Yeah, for sure. I've never seen any human get that fired up during curling or any match. That I don't know. I've never seen anyone get so hyped up about someone scrubbing a broom so furiously, about curling in general. Greatly placed rock, if I do say so myself. I know we've had some people in here that have curling experience. So if you saw that, not an easy shot, and Norway bringing home another one. Did you see Jake Paul's fiance wins gold in speed skating?
Unbelievable.
1,000 meter.
I don't know what was more unbelievable. I mean, great performance by her. She's obviously taken the Olympics by storm for a number of reasons. Great performance there. But more unbelievable to me was the clip of Jake Paul. I don't know if he was purposely making it all about himself. But the crying was hysterical. Like, dude, he went into sad, like, family member who's known her like his whole life. Like, again, maybe that's love. Maybe I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It was bizarre to see is all I would say, Don.
I will say, I think she defied the odds in this. She wasn't expected to beat her fellow Norwegian because this was a one-on-one. Obviously, she had a time to beat for gold, but it was her fellow Norwegian. She was going against a Japanese racer. But I don't think she was expected to beat her fellow Norwegian. So it was kind of against all odds thing. Still, even so, Don, quite the reaction.
Yeah, and speaking of reactions, Slick, you got a fan in Instagram. You recognize his name, Scott Norris, too? Yo, I was in college pre-calc at UB with Elliot. Goat emoji. So you got some. What up,
Scott? You were always a hard worker. My dog. You're always a hard worker. That hasn't changed for sure.
How do we do in pre-calc? How many
numbers game?
Yeah.
I was pretty good with the maths, but the pre-calc, that was still an undergrad, so I didn't really care. I think maybe a C+.
All right. Yeah. That's passing. We'll take it.
B- maybe. I don't know. Once I got to graduate, that was like Michael Irvin belt to ass.
I got the dumbest take from the speed skating thing.
Okay.
In that video.
Yeah.
I know this is a dumb take.
Oh God.
It looks from that angle like they're not going that fast.
Oh, yeah, not at all.
I'm just saying it just looks like they're going like this. Now, I know.
Very long strides.
I'm just saying there's something about the angle, and the way it looks. And then comparison, I don't know if you guys saw this clip because we're jumping all around with these Olympic clips. They're pretty insane. Do you see the guy or whoever it was going uphill on skis sub 6 minute mile?
Yes.
Yeah,
what the hell? I had to stop my day. I had to stop my day and just start reflectively thinking because I'm like, what is going on?
Is that a new event? Uphill skiing?
No. I think it's cross country skiing is the thing, right? There's uphill. It's just so real.
There's a stretch of it that's a mile.
Yeah, it's up.
Cross country. There's stretches that are uphill and stretches that are downhill where you can ride.
I just don't know how they pace them on a full mile uphill.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be real. I think if I even attempted that, I would perish. I would die.
Dude,
I'm not kidding. I think I would have a heart attack and roll down the hill.
First off, I would have a heart attack as well. Dude, I might not make it up the hill. I might start going backwards. No.
Especially the fact you're on skis.
Yeah. Dude, I'm saying,
how can you even go up?
That's what made it all the more unbelievable when this dude was just
because if you even get the
slightest, it was insane.
If you get the slightest bit of backwards momentum, you're cooked. Yeah. You're going down for a tubing session.
Cross-country skiing is funny because it takes all the fun out of skiing.
It really
you want to just
like,
walk on flat land with these things attached.
It really is athletics greatest mystery, I think.
I mean,
it's not imagine easy, if next time you go to Ellicottville, you get to the bottom of the hill. It's well, get ready to climb back up. No lift for you,
dude. That slope is crazy. But I'm you guys both saw that. We can't play, but
I was watching the boots that detach from the back of the ski, what you need. See, if I tried that in my boots and skis, I'd be going for a ride backwards.
Yeah,
before I knew it. Yeah.
Oh, dude, when we were moving some of the equipment in the studio, we were on a 20 degree.
That's not easy.
And I'm telling you, I was on boots to lift this up, and I could feel I was slipping back.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Again, that's what the Olympics are all about. all these crazy things. The only thing crazier than these feats are the headlines. What do you got?
We'll say with the speed skating too, how it looks like they're going slow. It's kind of like horse racing, but with how the camera follows them with such precision and how far away is with the speed and how it keeps up. And then the second it goes to like a close-up shot, like whether it's like from ice level or whether in terms of the horses, like racetrack level, then it really puts it in perspective. Like, oh, they're actually flying.
It reminds me of like, now I say this is a dumb take too. When I watch the MLB and I see a 94 mile per hour fastball, like, I'm like, that didn't look like that fast. You know what I mean?
And then
But if we were standing in the box or you see it coming, it's like a friggin'
they go to the umpire
like,
camera and you're like, whoa, like you're leaning back.
The umpire and catcher cams always. So sometimes the camera is just a little deceiving, especially with the angles. So again, some of the angles on these headlines, we got to speed through these a little bit.
Crazy.
So let's start with this one. We have the Norwegian. Now, forgive me on the pronunciation. Sturla Holm. She won a bronze first off.
He.
Yes. He. Forgive me, Sturla.
It's okay.
Admitted in the post interview to cheating on the girlfriend, like pre-Olympics. They had broken up, and he literally, like, I can't even use the S word, like in socials, because we're gonna get in trouble or whatever.
Yeah.
But he hoped that committing social, like S, would show her that he was like ready to like get back with her and how much he means to her. I mean, a bizarre move. This is something that only occurs in like the modern era. Like this was not occurring in 1992.
Yeah, I could see his thought of he's like, I'm going to embarrass myself on the biggest moment of my life, winning my first medal, or maybe it's not his first, but winning a medal. And that'll show you how much I care. On the flip side, if you're the person that gets cheated on, do you want it announced on the biggest stage ever that this person cheated on you? Normally you want to like kind of forget about that, bury that.
Yes.
A lot of people don't want that
It can get a little slippery very quickly.
Obviously they're not together anyway. So the gesture, I can see what he's trying to do, but I don't know if she's going to take it that
Not
way.
at all. Bad bait.
I mean, like, yeah, it might have been too much, dude. He gave timestamps and everything. 6 months ago. 3 months ago.
Truthfully, to do this with grace would have been like, I have to dedicate this to blank. I couldn't have done it without her. And then you just leave.
Or you could have, he could have simply said, like, I made a big mistake and I owe this to her to make it up for what I did wrong in the past.
That would almost be like just as bad though, because then you got people asking questions. That's why you have to be so careful with messaging in the modern day.
I was actually secretly really hoping I was going to win the GOAT award today because I was gonna make up something that I was admitting to Slick. I'm like, Slick, I'm so sorry.
The GOAT is over.
I stole $100 from your wallet 2 months ago when you slept over at my house. I'm committing social S while accepting this award.
Did you actually do that?
No.
Okay.
I would never.
That would have been great shtick for sure.
I just had to clarify for the viewers.
And then we had a woman win a gold medal. Again, like, so this one just came across like an hour ago or something. Like I said this to you guys when we were on the way for the show. She was convicted of stealing her teammates' credit cards in October.
Right. Yeah.
Like we're not talking about a long time ago. We're talking about like 100 days ago.
So I have a question too, because the photo of her celebrating.
Yeah, that's her. She's telling the courts. She's telling the courts.
Directly telling the courts, like,
or the teammates,
or the witnesses.
That's what.
If you want this gold medal, go back to the country.
That was my first thought. Is she looking at her teammate, like watching on the side of the ice, going, "You better shut the fuck up next time."
There's nothing better than when someone like did something bad or like and they do the shh. Like, I mean, it was actually like really bad what they did, or like a dirty play or something. Like, this is like the top version of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Or a nice wink, a classic.
Yeah, like villainous, straight villainous. Yeah. See, like LeBron could never achieve that level. He was always kind of like a comical villain.
Yeah, and then you got your John Morants that are.
Yeah, well, he just can't stop. Speaking of can't stop, U.S. women's yesterday. U.S. women's and Canada had some weird games. I don't know if you guys had been following them. They had been out shooting opponents like almost like 10-1, like 8-1. But they had been winning relatively close games, so it was kind of tough to only like 3-0.
Good goaltending.
4-1. Yeah, like the goaltenders on the other side from U.S. and Canada had stood on their head. For the U.S. side, that continued yesterday, a 5-0 drubbing. This is an impressive performance of the women. The one play, the behind the back feed towards the net.
Abby Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy, that was insane.
Backhand from the right corner, right into the slot, like no look or nothing. Just knew exactly where her teammate was, which she buries. Don put me on to the fact that this is the same lady that scored a ridiculous goal earlier in the collegiate season for the University of Minnesota. Flips the puck up, taps it down with her stick through the legs of the defender in front of her, skates around, and then
the pass over.
Backhand pass through the crease. Just absolutely ridiculous wizardry with the puck.
The dribble through the legs was insane.
I mean, that's, what do they call that in basketball? The
in soccer it's a nutmeg, right?
Nutmeg,
yeah.
Same thing.
Holiday season.
I don't think like you'd ever see one that way, and you see them in hockey where you just traditionally go on the ice through the legs. That was ridiculous.
I mean, it is cool. I like how women's hockey approaches it. Like, hey, we're hockey, but we're a different brand, right? Like, you're not really allowed to like open ice hit. You can like rub people out a little bit against the boards, but there's like you can't hit in that league. Like you can in the NHL. And it's kind of cool because then you get some silky mitts plays like this that I don't know if you would have in the NHL, where if someone tried that, their head might just get ripped off. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, like
a little bit different. Yeah, but
it's a more finesse in a good way. I like it. And that's by their own rules. Again, like what the level of physicalness they allow in it. So, yeah.
We got the men getting underway today on that side of things. We had some action already underway right now.
Yeah. The last I checked, Finland and Slovakia tied
it was tied 1-1. Slovakia just netted 2 in the last 10 minutes we've been talking.
All I'm going to say,
so it's 3-1.
UPL was in that. Might be a different story.
Could have definitely been a different story. Speaking of stories, obviously we'll be following Tage Thompson. You said that Tage. Well, obviously we're following the U.S. for the most patriotic of reasons. Obviously. You said there was scuttlebutt. We have Eichel and Thompson on the same line.
Potentially, I saw that they were skating together, which is interesting because Eichel's a center. Tage, I think though he's been center and wing. He's kind of been playing both with the Sabres this year, so I could easily see it happening. I'm going to see if I can pull up.
I like Tage much better at center, but I mean, when you have a plethora of talent like on a USA roster, sometimes you just got to adapt and put a big man like that on the wing.
I know that people want to say like the Sabres acted inappropriately. They weren't professional in the dealings with Eichel and everything. Eichel's side wasn't professional either, though. They were releasing statements from the agent that, like, we were jerks and stuff like that.
They were like, we want this and that's it.
So all I'm saying is I'm unshunning Jack Eichel for the Olympics so we can win a gold, but then I'm reshunning.
All right, so an hour ago, lines were posted that rumors false. Eichel is centering between the Tkachuk brothers.
Oh, man.
This is pretty interesting.
Eichel and the Tkachuk brothers.
I mean, they're out there to protect him pretty much and let him do his thing. You got...
literally the Bash brothers.
Yeah, and then you got Tage on the third line is the right wing, it looks like.
Oh, wow. Who's his centerman?
Dylan Larkin, Kyle Connor on the left wing. Second line is Matthews centering Gensel and Boldy.
I was seeing that Tage Thompson is like 10 or 12 to 1 for most goals in the tournament. Feel like on a third line, I know that we're talking about the best players in the world here, but it's going to be getting some matchups.
It could be a favorable matchup. Hey, and all you need is if he goes off one game.
Yeah,
easily.
If he gets a hat trick in one game, then like
then one here, one there. He's got it for sure. Against,
honestly, Germany
could be.
They're not.
You got to imagine
special according to the odds right now.
You got to imagine too. They're going to want to put him on one of the power play units at least. With his
I think you would make him too for sure. I mean, why would you not put him in the Ovechkin office like he has made a living out of?
For sure.
For certain. So with that said, for certain, we have U.S. in action tomorrow at 3:10, but then we also have Darlene watch today at 3:10 p.m. Does that say it? Okay, that's exciting. So they diversified this perfect for Sabres fans then, Slick.
Diversified the portfolio. We would have had UPL just now. Darlene at 3. Tage tomorrow with the U.S. So hockey's underway in the Olympics. Love to see it. First time NHL players in the Olympics since 2014.
Yeah, and got Sweden versus Italy. Is Italy in because they're hosting?
Got to be, right?
I'm like, there's no. I haven't seen Italy in a hockey Olympics in like 2 decades. I feel like. So.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen.
So I mean, also Darlene might be good. Good hedge too. I mean, this Sweden team might kill this Italian team.
Yeah,
you know,
wouldn't be crazy to sprinkle Darlene, Sweden, maybe Sweden, USA, Canada in the semifinals somewhere in there.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Was there something from this team hockey
Italy
team photo?
is 40-1.
Oh my God.
Sweden on the puck line -5, juiced at -121.
Wait, Italy's 40-1 in this game?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. The puck line is -5.
Yeah.
Do we have a Darlene?
Like they're saying, Sweden's going to rob them
Italy.
6-0.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have a Darlene anytime odds?
Let's see if they got them. If they got, we got goal scorer odds. Everyone out of Italy is like 90-1. Let's see. Oh, I forgot Kempe played for Sweden too. They're actually going to be pretty good. Zibanejad, where's Darlene? Where is he? Darlene, anytime +245.
I mean, plus money in a game where Italy is 40-1 just in the game itself, and the puck line's at 5. Not bad, a sprinkle.
Yeah.
Is there something with this hockey team photo?
Oh, I just if the viewers want to see it, should we pull it up?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Team.
Was it some good camaraderie, some good aura?
It's released.
Let's all rate the aura.
It's released by the official U.S. men's hockey page too. So we're going straight to the source.
So we're good.
Yep.
Let's see these beauties.
Oh wait, yeah. The top comment on here is kind of unhinged.
On ours or the post?
On the post.
Oh, okay.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, let's hide that.
One of our assistant coaches.
All right, some solid aura there.
Yeah, I like it.
Austin Matthews wearing the C in the center.
Yeah, and then you got what Brady has won it. Brady
is that a typical move?
No, that's Matt Kachuk has the A, and I think is that Boldy has the other one.
Okay. Some good aura in that photo. Let's see if time will tell.
I do like how they're going back to the royal 1980 men's Olympic sweater kind of style.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we need. We need that vibe for sure.
We got Tage right back here, right behind the center. I mean, that's great. Putting our guy in the center of the second row.
Yeah, I mean, it looks huge still in that photo.
Yeah, massive. Nice flow too. Speaking
of huge, there's a certain threat that could be on the horizon.
I don't know.
Or someone clue me in here.
So there's, I think.
Let me see if I can.
It's some sort of trade deal that Canada is trying to make or did make with China.
Okay.
Our president is not very happy about it.
Okay.
He says if the deal gets made, so I suppose it hasn't been made yet.
Yes.
That China will then control the entirety of the NHL and hold the Stanley Cup hostage. Now, keep in mind, a Canadian team has not won a Stanley Cup in over 20 years.
I don't know about you, Don. I've never been more positive now the Sabres are going to the finals.
Yeah.
It's going to be a held-up cup situation.
It's the closest Canada is going to get. It's the city of Buffalo.
That's a little bit bizarre. I couldn't believe when I saw that headline.
Reading the rant, I don't understand.
I think that's kind of normal.
I'm just saying there's nothing out of the ordinary here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay. I'm just making sure there isn't any tangible threat to Lord Stanley's cups.
I just think the sports fans needed to know that there is illuminating threat of China holding on to Lord Stanley's cup that might not be valid at all.
How many teams are there in Canada? 6?
Yes.
We got
one in British Columbia,
Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Toronto, Winnipeg, Vancouver.
I forgot Winnipeg.
Ottawa. I think we got them all.
Montreal,
7.
Yeah.
So that is a lot.
Do you get Winnipeg?
Yeah, I got Winnipeg.
Yeah, okay.
But this would be Calgary? If the SEC was going to steal all of college football. Actually, that's kind of even a more exaggerated version with how important the SEC's been.
Dude, this is
This isn't no, but it's not too different. This is like if California was going to steal all sports because they have so many sports teams.
I was going to say it's more like if Russia were to steal college football.
Well, that would be insane.
Or Russia takes the SEC.
Russia's going to take the SEC?
Yes, and that would
Okay,
be
we're on a
kind of
slippery
be
slope
like that.
no.
It would be like,
All right. Well, we're going to have to get that one. Bottom line is we cannot have Russia
Nick
take the
Saban's
SEC.
going to Moscow.
Russia can't take the SEC. China can't take Lord Stanley's cup. We stand by this.
Paul Feinbaum live from Soviet Russia. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right. Well, that would be a long distance call for sure. Speaking of calls, we have, could you scroll back up a little sec?
Oh, my bad.
I think it's all good. It's time to check in with the Trainwreck Sports Crash Outline, sponsored by William Mattar Offices. Don, what do we got on this front?
Lines are bare. Yeah, I don't know. People, again, I think I thought we were going to get some Patriots fans or some Patriots haters at least calling in saying, you know, F those guys. We love that Super Bowl, but not much going on. Let me check, get a live check. We checked
Live check.
Well, we were talking about this on Monday. We have the Sabres are off, and people are kind of holding back on that. The Banditos loyalists who should be crashing out, they're a little in shock right now. A little shell shock going on with those Banditos fans.
Yeah, I mean,
and then so far the U.S. has held serve in the Olympics, so not a lot to crash out about.
Yeah, I would suggest, you know, we might have to go international with the crash out line. Maybe instead of telling the world that you cheated on your girlfriend of 3 months after winning a bronze, call the crash out line and tell us where you can stay anonymous and get your worries off your chest. Give us a call, leave a voicemail, or hit us up with the text 716-226-6263. Anything you guys been crashing out about lately? Anything you guys need to get off your chest?
I mean, I was last week. You guys know I'm sick. I was past. All I'll say is it was just the noro or whatever was going on. It just feels so much better and so much ready to take on life. Now we got temperatures in the 20s, 30s. Nothing for me to crash about. Everything's on the up and up for me.
I'm trying to think. I usually have a lot to crash out about.
Yeah, I mean, normally girls are calling in, crashing out about you.
Oh, geez.
That's something that you've done.
Yeah.
Anything in that department? Any apologies you need to make?
No apologies. Thankfully. Yeah, no. I'm trying to be a good boy for the most part.
I got a mini crash out right before the show. I had a great excuse this Saturday, Valentine's Day. Super Bowl for a lot of people in terms of relationship. It's the relationship Super Bowl. Sometimes you've been together long enough, it doesn't matter. At a gig, great excuse. Can't do anything.
You were off the hook.
It's an hour away, too. I got to leave early. I'm coming home late. Canceled.
Damn.
Gig canceled. Now, classic. She says, don't get me anything. I don't want anything, but fellas, we know. So I'm getting caught with my pants down. We only got 3 days. I was going to say, hey, let's celebrate it on another day, another time. And so I don't know. Give me some advice on what to do. I made some strawberries yesterday, so that's,
first off, you're a culinary wizard, so you could craft something up there for sure. You have plenty of time in that region. I think you're being a little tough on yourself. 3 days to go. You can still get some flowers. You can still do a lot to make up and make this a very special weekend. That's what I'm looking at doing.
Yeah, I'm crashing out now about I don't have a Valentine. Fuck.
It's a good time not to have a Valentine.
Who wants to be my Valentine in the chat? Let me know.
This 1 week is a good time to be lonely and single, I would say. Am I crazy?
No. I mean,
everything's on sale. If you want some candy.
Honestly, with it on a Saturday, if I was single, it might be a good time to, hit the clubs up. Hit the clubs. Find someone else that's lonely and wants to spend maybe just a night together.
In the club, we all fam.
Yeah. Look, Slick's already texting someone right now.
Slick got it right on. Can we get that screen shared on the stream? Yeah, see, right away. Yep. That's how we do it.
He's like, I knew who to text.
I'm making plans.
Yeah. We inspired him. See, that's what this show is about.
This show is inspiring.
That's a crash. That's a great crash out.
That is a great crash out. You know who didn't crash out and was very inspiring? Costas Helenius.
Oh my goodness.
Now this man was moving at the speed of light. He was running around, what was it, 13.77 seconds lap or something?
Oh my God, you scared me with the initial 13.
Yeah, I know. I did it to myself.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Very impressive
damn
performance.
fast.
Very
I'll say
impressive.
that.
I saw a bunch of people commenting like, he never looks that fast in the NHL. Well, it's like,
what are you
there's 9 other people on the ice, not counting the goalies, and he has a puck a lot of
Also,
times,
I would argue, yeah, he does. He's always wheeling and dealing all over the ice. And when we saw him in the player development camp early too, got some footage of him there. It was obvious right away that the kid had wheels. So cool to see that it's translating on the ice too.
Yeah. Anything else from that? So this is the AHL skills competition?
Yeah,
that's
the only clip I kind of saw from it. Yeah. We got a whole audience coming in here. This is a beautiful
audience in the studio right now, and we've got a very fitting next topic here. Who threw this one out? The Flyers coach?
Oh, I had this was all me.
Okay, so what do we got here?
I didn't see this at all.
So apparently he had another announcement. Shout out Chris. Yo, what up, Chris? Anyone out? Let's check the chat real quick. Okay,
I think that's our guy Bumpman.
So this was a difference in times. I don't know if this was an official memo.
Okay.
Coach Fred Sherrill sent to players' wives in 1977. Now, according
1977.
Yeah. Now, according 2 years after did they win back-to-back cups?
I think they won back-to-back cups at that point. They beaten the Sabres.
Yeah. So this is a letter, a message to the wives: how to keep a husband.
Okay.
Oh God.
Be to your husband all these: a Chinese cook in the kitchen, a Japanese wife in the bath, a French mistress in the bedroom. What does that mean? An English hostess in the living room. Do that, and your husband will be true to you all your life. Maybe he'll look at another woman now and then, but only with his left eye.
What if they
He'll keep the right one on you all the time.
He'll only look now and then, Slick.
All I can say in this day and age, especially looking back on this letter, is I'm just glad that this guy was embracing of all international cultures.
Hey, listen, very culturally diverse. How did this come to surface at this point?
Now, wait, you're missing P.S. The next message will be to your husbands on how to keep a wife. So I have to find the husband's letter. I haven't been able to find that.
I really hope that the husband's letter is like...
Listen, they say it takes 2 to tango, and in a relationship, both people have to be working at it. That's just a...
Well, I would like to hope that the husband's letter is a little longer because he probably has do some more for his wife than just this.
Go above and beyond.
Yeah,
sure. Why did this come to surface? How did this make
it was
a
just
point?
NHL Twitter, things just resurfacing. Probably someone's wife pulled it out of a box and was like, well, this was
kind of wish I reviewed this part before.
Yeah, it seems like
just being
seems a little crazy.
It's totally crazy. That's why
it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of crazy,
so just remember, if you're going to write something down, it might not age so great. 40,
that's not just written down. That's typed out and sent out in mass production.
It's literally a typewriter wrote that.
It's got the date and everything. 11
All right, folks. So listen, you got to be very careful on what you're putting out into this world. Thank you for following along with us on Trainwreck Today. Herd of Buffalo as we roll along. Speaking of craziness, Don, we had a lot of craziness last night in the NCAA side of things on the hardwood, and you were kind of ahead of the curve on it.
I'm taking my chance to brag, and this specifically goes out to you, Meerkat, and the Triple L.
He's not gonna like this one.
Super sharp line. And then right after me, just directly fades me.
Producer Joe, too, on the fade. I think he was before you were on.
Crazy. Oh, I didn't even see him.
Yep,
I just saw
2 on UNC.
I mean, you got UNC ranked 11th. Miami not even ranked.
Yeah.
Hosting
that was
them.
Sketchy.
And they're favored. And then the line kind of flipped back and forth. And then on top of that, UNC coming off an emotional victory against who? Their biggest rivals, Duke.
Arguably one of the best teams in the country.
My gambling friends, I'm trying to tell you, you're not going to win 100% of the time, but these are some signs to look for. We talked about gambling at the top of the show. These are some signs to look for. Let down spots. Why does this line not make sense? You go the opposite way. Miami wins. It wasn't even a sweat. They weren't down at all.
Yeah, wire to wire, right?
Yeah,
there was moments where UNC would bring it within single scoring digits, but
by 3.
They pulled away. I think with a minute left, Miami was able to bring
by
the clock.
3 and 5. That line was sketchy, and hey, that's what you look for. And I made out well on that. That was great. You guys see the thing I put in there about Nebraska and the Purdue game?
Yeah, what happened? Game winning shot. Oh yeah, the player fell. So there was a huddle.
Yeah.
From the other team. and the player fell where there was a huddle puddle.
Yeah. There was a giant huddle puddle. No one wipes it up, apparently. Nebraska guy, they got like, I think 6-7 seconds on the clock. Down one, plenty of time to go and make a shot. Guy goes in, slips right in the puddle. Now, to make it even funnier, the ball goes out of bounds, going the other way. Purdue wins. His teammate comes over to pick him up. He slips and falls.
They were all they were, and then they were. I couldn't tell if they were exaggerating it because it looked like a comedy act. Like they were all kind of like sliding over there. And the hot seat guy was the mop person there for sure.
So Purdue did win this.
Yeah, Purdue won.
So, dude, ever since Nebraska brought it up on the undefeated Fatum train, although that one line they did
they covered.
Well, I'm just saying they lost this one. They were the higher ranked team. But speaking of teams and the college basketball landscape, Don, I think we have something new that we're going to get into for the remainder of college basketball season, specifically March Madness runs.
This is juicy. I don't know. We're going to have to get out all the logistics of prediction with conviction. If this is going to be, there's going to be like steps, or maybe this is just one big punishment or thing at the end. But we are doing something very exciting, and we are randomly picking a team. Each of us gets assigned a team from the top 25, and that'll be our team to cheer for, to root for.
All right.
The
dual wheel. The dual wheel is throwing me for a loop right now.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to click on the first wheel for a name, just so everything's as random as possible. Because I was like, I don't want to.
I love it.
We can't pick the order, because then it's going to be like, well, you picked yourself first because you knew it was going to land on Arizona. So pick the name. Pick the team.
I wouldn't say that, but
are we ready? Are we ready?
We're ready.
Drum roll. Here we go. All right. Who's it?
Looks like it's gonna be me.
Okay, here we go. First on the clock.
Here we go. How many good teams are we dealing with here, man? Is that top 25? How do people at home?
Top 25. They all got their numbers. So there we go. There's Maniac.
All right,
and here's his team. Here's his team.
What seed are you hoping for?
Money. Give me
realistically.
I mean, the top 25 can change.
That's a 12, but it's not a bad 12.
Georgia?
Gonzaga.
Okay.
That's a great 12 seed.
That is a great 12 seed.
I mean, that's a blue chip school.
That's probably the best 12 seed you could get. You could get in mid-February.
Like Mark Many.
They're like a Final Four. Four's up.
All right, here we go. Right. Who's next?
Let's go.
All right, here comes the red and blue. Looks like it's going to be Don.
Next.
All right.
So who's Don going to get in this battle of the college hardwood?
What seed are you looking for here, Don?
Round and round we go.
I'm looking for.
Oh, that looks like a 9.
I like this.
It's a good one.
I like this.
I love that one.
Kansas.
I like Kansas.
Okay, so now I feel absolutely terrible about where I'm at, because those were two absolutely great picks.
Well, two in the top half of the 25 there.
Here, I still have to do the first wheel. I wonder who it lands on.
There you go.
I would find a way to lose this.
Yeah, find a way. I would love anything but you to come up here.
Remove Slick.
All right,
Here we go.
Congrats, Slick.
Here we go. Who's it gonna be? We got Gonzaga and Kansas off the board.
Oh, he got a good one. He got my Houston.
Dude, I was so
Houston's been due too. They've made like every year they're a 1 seed.
I will say I was so close. I was so close to Michigan.
All right,
we got some blue bloods. Houston, Kentucky.
Kansas.
Kansas. Gonzaga.
Yeah, so I think other than Gonzaga, who's 12, we're all in the top 10. But then again, I mean, before the tournament, that can all shift. You know, the rankings are coming out every week. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think Maniac's
Gonzaga will be much higher than a 12.
He's spinning the wheel. Yep.
We were spinning the wheel.
Double wheel action for y'all.
Listen, we got a live crowd in here. Let's spice it up a little bit, boys. I think it is time to maybe hop around. Let's
let's do it.
Don into the Power of 4, sponsored by William Mattar Law Offices. We got our live crew in here. We are talking the Power of 4. We're talking about the 4 things that we're focused on for the rest of the month. The 4 things that we want to take care of. The 4 things that we want to make happen for the rest of the month. I got my 4, and we'll go. Or should we each do one? What do we want to
Probably do one, right?
Yeah, let's all do one, and then we'll source it from the crowd we have here.
Yeah, that's great. Great
Okay,
idea.
so
yeah.
one goal for me. Obviously, we do have a lot of Sabres break. We've got some Banditos action. I want to get this new studio just a little bit more tricked out. We talked about adding some more TVs, a couple of things to make it feel like a little bit more like home, a little bit more cozy. Make it happen here at Hilbert's. Like, that's number 1 on my list. A lot of diligence being put into this.
Don, you need to save me real quick.
Okay, I'll go next. I mean, it's touching back to something I talked earlier on the show. Listen, big, busy time coming up. March Madness, Olympics. After it wraps up, the Sabres will be back. I'm going on a boys' trip to New Orleans end of the month, too, for a week.
Not a boys' trip.
No.
So my key to February is I do have to crush this Valentine's Day and the week after to keep the missus happy, because I'm going to be out of the house for a while, and I'm going to have to keep a happy home because we're going to be busy with Trainwreck stuff. As soon as I get back, the Buffalo bracket's going to be underway. I'm going to have some late nights editing. Yeah. So it's like keep a happy, healthy home.
Okay. I like
Wow,
that.
that kind of plays right into mine, because I was going to say spend more time with family. I'm treating Valentine's Day differently because Valentine's Day is also my dad's birthday.
Let's go.
So I'm going to make it a great birthday for Pops. It's a big one for him, too. I won't disclose his age and dox him right
21.
now. But, yeah, not a day over 27. Make that a great birthday. And I would say spend more time with my family, my loving parents. But the day after his birthday, they're ditching me and going to England. So the least I can do is take care of their beautiful dog. Me and Poppy are going to spend some quality time together.
Quality time with your dad, and then quality time with Poppy. What
Exactly.
a combo.
Do English people like look at Australians as like
it's like a U.S. Canada
like a ghetto version
thing
of them or something?
Well, ish. They each think that
because Australia was like where they put all their prisoners originally.
They kind of think
weird.
each of the others like trashy. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. It's like a two-sided
friendly like sibling rivalry.
It's like Kansas City, Missouri versus Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah, that's a whole different conundrum.
That's a whole thing. We got our live crew in here today for Trainwreck Today. Does anybody have any thoughts? Anybody have anything they're looking forward to this month? We got a hockey player. Come on down. We got over here. Let's get some input. Power 4. I'm sure there will be a lot of eyes from this individual on the Olympics as we roll on. Obviously, let's just saddle her up there on Don's mic.
I'm gonna give her my throne.
Okay. There you go.
Welcome to the show. We are live here, Hilbert, Trainwreck Today. What's your name?
Sophia Gannon.
Sophia Gannon. Wow, the full name. Don't be doxing there on the air. Sophia, we're talking the Power 4. What are you looking forward to the rest of the month here, the rest of February?
I'm looking forward to finishing out the season with Hilbert Hawks hockey and starting the Hilbert Hawks lacrosse season. So hoping to get to wrap up for our senior night this weekend at Nike Base Hamburg and to start our lacrosse season.
Now that's how you do a promotions. Like, you should be taking notes right there from Sophia Gannon. Gannon the Cannon, they call her when she's out on the ice,
name because she's not just ready to get off the ice and go over to the field for lacrosse season where they'll be calling her name yet again.
I like that.
Yeah.
Multi-sport athlete. With that said, obviously, by the way, everyone here, there's no classes today?
No.
Okay, so that was the first thing. I didn't know there was no hump day classes. I got thrown absolutely, but you are in here for the love of the game. Shout out to everybody in here tuning in. Trainwreck Today, make it happen. Sophia, the Power 4, obviously, Winter Olympics. Eyes on that. Did you see the U.S. game yesterday?
Oh, yes, I did. I was so happy.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So, obviously, are you looking forward to Mason probably bringing home a gold medal, hopefully?
Hopefully so.
Okay, fingers crossed. What's if you had to compare your Hilbert Hawks hockey team to a team from like a movie or something, what would you say is your vibe? What would you say is maybe something fans could learn about them?
I think that we are a lot of fun and we are a growing program, so I would compare us to Mighty Ducks.
Okay.
In the best way.
Little D1 Mighty Ducks action when they're in the limousine out on the frozen pond. Let's go.
Do you guys have a team hype up or win song? Personally, my high school team win song was Firework by Katy Perry.
That's a banger.
Yeah,
we like to play. We play Gasolina before.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Daddy Yankee.
That doesn't get you hyped up. I don't know what does.
Got some play at the big game this past weekend.
So that was unbelievable. For sure.
Sophia Gannon, make some noise for us. Come on. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. And let's go Go Hilbert
Listen,
Hawks.
Hilbert Hawks hockey. That is our last year for the Power of Four. Brought to you by William Matar Law Offices. Can we scroll right up, Slick, a little bit?
I'm gonna look up her stats real quick.
Thanks,
let's
guys,
check
for
it
joining
out.
us. By the way, awesome to see you on this Wednesday.
Yes,
Let's
thank
keep
you
it
all.
rocking.
Thank you all.
They're excited. I mean, I'm excited. We're all excited here. We've got some craziness. Yep, up. Yes. Okay, right there. Perfect. Other topics we got. Colin Sexton, middle finger. This was last night, or was this 2 days ago?
That was Monday. He got fined yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. So the video. I mean, we got to play this.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's so outrageous that
I didn't see the video. I
a
just saw
guy
the screenshot.
Just did this during the game. Oh yeah, you can see it easily. Hold up. Let me pull it up and let me get.
Colin Sexton's a baller.
No, he's a good player. Yeah.
For sure. He got game.
Here we go. So let's full.
I mean, at the free throw line too is crazy.
Department does an amazing job. They asked him who his favorite player, a guy he watched on YouTube the most. I'm waiting for all these guys, right? Yeah. Colin Sexton. That was his guy. Not with the
He didn't even hide it at all.
We need to put like a Breaking Bad rule where, like, you know how Breaking Bad was able to do like one like F-bomb a season? Like in sports, you should be able to give one middle finger all year long. You get one that you get to give away with. You can do it at any point. Like, because that was amazing. That was awesome.
I mean, again, as a baller and with the check he's getting, $35K,
Not a lot.
not that bad. Like the NBA really didn't
That's
come
like
down
a team.
hard. I feel like if that was the NFL, it would have been way crazy.
So that's like a team dinner for an NBA team.
Yes,
Like you're good on that.
35,000 is not crazy at the NBA
Also,
level.
I
for
love
sure.
how he like absolutely stood on it. Like a few years ago when Kyrie returned to Boston, he like turned to the crowd and hid it behind his body so the refs wouldn't see and shit. Like the pussy that he is. But Colin Sexton
feels like this is like out of
standing on
nowhere.
business. I mean, Kyrie.
Yeah,
like,
you are anti-Kyrie for sure.
there's-
Yeah. Did he do one of those where you're like scratching your eye?
no, he
doing,
literally
giving the finger?
hit a shot.
My
He
grandpa,
turned around to the crowd and suddenly
would point
went
with
like,
it all the time. he didn't point with anything else. I think my dad said
do.
that.
what is that
When
with
I'm-
older folks pointing with their middle finger? Like on
Yeah.
like electronics
I don't
too.
point, but when I'm like entering pin and stuff, like I do. It's a stronger finger, you know.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Boulevard Mall
Some other
closing
things with it.
officially. It's been kind of like on life support. Like
Another
it's
one
still
bites
been
the dust.
walking. It's still been a walking spot for like, but there weren't really a lot of
Yeah.
places open.
I mean,
in it.
I went there. When did I go?
I
It
hate
was
malls.
Like a month or two ago, and I had to ask myself, I'm like, is this mall still open? And I'm like, yeah, okay. But it sounds like though, I think like the JCPenney, the Macy's, the ones you can walk in from the exterior.
Yeah, like
are staying open for
they have
now.
stayed alive as their own like satellite locations almost. But yeah,
They did have a nice House of Hoops Nike shoe store there that
they had a nice
I'm
house
not
station. A lot of
regretting.
people are lamenting about the Bears.
Yeah.
I saw you commenting about the Bears, but then when I checked the comments, everyone was about the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants the Bears. I would do anything to get them in studio and just have that as our Trainwreck property. Apparently, someone said they were moved down to Seneca 1 for Christmas. I don't know where they went after that, but yeah, I'd love to have some freaky animatronics up in here.
I like my animatronics with some extra freak.
Wait,
Yeah.
what were the Bears?
Like
Am I missing
Five Nights
something?
with Five Nights
a
at
week.
Freddy's, like type of vibe, you know?
Jeez.
Bring them in here, bring some of the students in here, like freak them out with these weird animatronics. Come on.
We really buttoned it up pretty good for the live crowd when they came in here for sure. And now we're just back in it.
We're walking in with the Phillies letter. That was,
I'll be honest. That was.
I thought you were gonna skip it over and you just plattered it. You're like, here, Don.
Well,
take it away.
I mean, I think we should probably. Well, that was one. That was talking about a pick six right in their face for sure. But speaking of going back the other way,
Whatever.
we've got. Is every
I heard some laughs back there. So.
is every conspiracy theory like getting reassessed? Is everything getting, or is this like they're getting unsealed because of like they want to distract us from stuff? Kurt Cobain's death. Everyone commenting on this yesterday was like, "Yeah, we knew this in real time."
I mean, yeah, like this has been like you said, a conspiracy theory for as long as since it happened, really. And like a lot of there were, I'm not saying one side or the other, but there were points that could support that claim.
Yeah, I mean, there was a million things that pointed to the Courtney Love it all, and this is all allegedly. You know, we don't know what happened, and no one does. But one of the biggest mysteries about the whole thing is how do you shoot yourself with a shotgun through the mouth when you can't reach the trigger?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
That was the biggest thing is, now this isn't an official law enforcement. Apparently, I think this is like a private forensics team that re-looked at it and that ruled it a homicide. There's the questions of like drugs in his system when he was supposed to be clean. He was going to divorce her, and
there was like a conspiracy bit too about his end of life note, where it looked like the second half was written by a different person's handwriting, and his signature wasn't exactly aligned. But we will probably never know. It's an interesting case that it's coming back up through private investigator.
Well, didn't they overturn the ruling essentially?
I didn't know if that was officially with the police department or a forensics team.
Private forensic company. So
that's what I saw.
I don't. That can't overrule the official. It always gets
crazy when you got multiple organizations too, because one side's being paid by like the state or whatever, and then you have someone who's paying like someone who's looking for an answer. Right. And who are you? What are you going to try and do?
This is an interesting case too that I was saying, because
an unofficial private sector team of forensic scientists put fresh eyes on autopsy and crime scene materials. So this isn't by the King County, which is the official county in Seattle.
And it's not a case where they're bringing it back to light, which they do with a lot of unsolved cases. Well, I suppose this one isn't unsolved, but a lot of old cases these days, they have the DNA and stuff that they weren't able to test back in the day. I don't know if that's something that's going to be able to play into this for them. And I don't know what they would test, if anything. Maybe the handwriting on the note somehow. But other than that, I don't know.
The biggest thing in the new report is that they said, re-looking at the autopsy, is due to organ decay. He didn't die of a shotgun blast. Hey, if you're into true crime, this is because what they're saying is he died of a drug overdose. Yeah. Someone drugged him, died. Your organs start to, without oxygen, decay more, and that shows than if a shotgun blast. So that was after the fact. This private investigative forensic team is saying. Very, very interesting.
It is crazy. Like, we live in a world where you can just wake up and they're like, oh, they just arrested Keefe D for the murder of Tupac. And it's like, it happened 20 years ago. Now this is happening. They're re-ruling deaths and Kurt Cobain's death. I mean, shit might just get crazier and crazier as life goes on.
Another great time for Hilbert College to tune in. Hello, stream looks great. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys.
All right, well, it looks like it's the communication department. Shout out to the comms department for sure.
Makes it that much beautiful.
Could also be our friends in house here.
Beautiful room you got. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, listen, the facilities are amazing. Can't wait to get to Bert's Brews in a second here. With that said, the only bruising that's going to be happening is on my bank account if I get to Vegas. You're going to you're going to
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
So
my sister's actually going to Vegas. I'm going to make sure she doesn't do this. Pawning the gold in real time, melting down the gold, 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit.
You got to watch that necklace count she's bringing.
Yeah. I mean, this was insane. I think the caption on the tweet was like, the hotline's not working hard enough.
Yeah. Like, also,
this is one step forward, two steps back. FanDuel does the credit cards, but now you can melt gold.
Yeah. And listen, we're pretty laissez-faire. We love to gamble, so we never shame anyone. But this is a little irresponsible for me, though. I'm excited for the funny fallout of some of this, of like someone going to melt it down and realizing his it's like
fake
wife gave him a fake,
or like there's going to be someone in line with like a huge gold piece, and it's like, wow, someone's like laying it all on the line tonight.
Or they're going to have a collection of like watches, chains, earrings.
I just imagine someone brings a fake piece. They don't know. They think it's real. It just, instead of melts, like lights on fire, and the person hands them like 2 quarters. Like,
unbelievable.
There's 50 cents of gold.
Or they're like, no, you actually owe us $20 because this just damaged the machine.
Yeah. So
that's incredible.
Listen, there will be a lot of people buying into that system for sure. So you want to take the lead on this next one? Or do you want me to drive on there?
Wow, this is our victory.
No, yeah, we can absolutely do it. Time for buy or sell, presented by Victory Smoke Premium Cannabis Pre-Rolls, soon for local dispensaries where you can taste victory. The buying or selling we will be talking here is in reference to the U.S. Men's Olympic team, whether they will win gold. You will buy that they will win gold or sell that they will win gold based on these prompts. First one, Don, you made the suggestion. Tage gets a point every game. Now, I will specify that would be every game, preliminary and playoff included. So there's 3 preliminary games, as you can see marked here. Those will be Germany, Denmark, and Latvia. Obviously, we'll probably have some tougher competition in the quarters playoff rounds. Sweden, Finland, Czechoslovakia, and ultimately Canada. If Tage gets a point in every game, Don, are you buying or selling Olympic gold?
I'm buying that. I mean, if we got our guy on the third line producing at that level, that's great news for Team USA. So I'm buying that.
I will be buying that as well. Depth player, point every game. That means you're putting points on the board for sure. The top lines are taking care of business. I'm buying it for a USA gold at that point.
Yeah, I'm also going to buy. I probably would have bought before the lineups were announced, but obviously the prompt was there prior, and then Don announced his lineups. Tage is on the third. Like you guys both said, if we're getting that production from our depth lineups, then I think USA can go all the way and get some gold. Next prompt here, Eichel and Matthews, no goals in all the preliminary games. So again, that is Latvia, Germany, and Denmark. Neither of those two score. Obviously, Austin Matthews, the captain, Jack Eichel centering the first line of Team USA.
I'm going to have to sell that if neither of our top 2 centers are getting any goals. Now, maybe they're assist machines, but if no goals in preliminary games, I don't think they're doing their job, and we got to relook at some things. So I'm going to sell that.
Yeah, you definitely cannot buy it if they're both struggling. The only thing I would say to that point is that they're going to need them for those qualifying games. Odds are that the USA should be able to handle those 3 teams you just listed. So you definitely have to sell on that one. You can't be buying it if they're not producing, but hopefully it wouldn't be too big of a issue.
Yeah, you said it. You have to sell, although I think the USA can definitely get by all 3 of those squads. Without maybe a goal from each of them, I would be seriously concerned if there was no apples from any, but that is not the prompt. But either way, going to sell it. U.S. drops any preliminary game, whether it be Germany, Denmark, or Latvia. Buy or sell, they'll still win the gold if they lose in the preliminary. Don.
I don't want to disrespect. Is there any way they're less than like minus 500 in any of these games?
I would imagine it's probably very unlikely.
Okay. We'll have to see, but in my mind, our biggest test is Latvia. That's, I think, the best team we're going to play, and we're favored minus 3,335.
What's the Germany line?
They're plus 15. It's not up on this book. Let me see.
I feel like Germany's not like
I don't
easy
think Germany
squad.
is great. Let's see what we got. Let's see. I think I think it's we're minus 3.5. I think
they got Draisaitl. I think. Okay, so they're probably even eliminating them.
We're way bigger favorites against Germany. It's minus 3.5. At least in this first game, it's. I'm trying to see what an even number line is because it's got US at minus 1.5, but it's minus 670. So,
oh my goodness.
Let's see if I can get.
I'll just
actually no. Okay, Germany's 14-1, while today is 15-1. They're about the same.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
for us.
Yeah, Latvia tomorrow. I'm selling that. We shouldn't lose to any of these teams.
Yeah. Oh, again, this is almost like the Heikomez. It leaves you no choice. You have to sell. We shouldn't lose any of those games. And if we do, it's only a cause for concern, not just for a gold medal, but even like an overall medal at that point.
Yeah, I'm selling too because it doesn't particularly affect where you go into the playoff if you win the rest out. But obviously, if you lose to any 3 of these teams, you're not beating a Finland, Sweden, or Canada for that matter. So definitely going to sell. Buy or sell if the Tkachuk boys get 4 points total playoff games included, Maniac?
I'll actually buy then. I think that would be just enough to get me to the point where the other lines could produce, as long as they're not shut out. Like you said, combining for 4 points total, that could be 3, Eichel goals as well. So that would be, a lot of functionary there. I'll take that. I'll actually buy in that they'll get a USA gold if they can get some Kachuk production there, even if it's not that much.
Yeah, you know what? I am also going to buy that. I think the reason the brothers are put together with Eichel in the middle really is to make that line more physical, especially when we play a team like Canada. I'm not really expecting either of them to put up a lot of goals. Any goals that I think Matt's going to score is going to be in front of the net, getting a rebound or something. So I'm really looking for Eichel to more produce that line, to get under people's skin, take penalties, in which I don't see either of them playing on the power play. Maybe Matt. I don't see Brady, so I'll buy that.
I'm going to buy it too, actually, just because they're both on the same line together. I think that's more than enough out of your first line, especially like you said, it could be an Eichel hat trick game in one of those. So I am going to buy, because you're going to get production from the other two lines, hopefully, as well. Another brotherly pair, Hughes Bros, combined for 2 points total, playoffs included, Maniac.
This would almost be like a push for me, because obviously there's not going to be as much expected out of the Hughes Bros as there would as the Kachucks on the first line with Eichel. I'd have to sell just because it's only 2 points for the entire tournament. It's not really a ton of production. It doesn't really sway you in the buying for them. So I'm going to go with a sell if the Hughes boys can only combine for 2, Don.
I'm actually going to buy just because, Jack's on the fourth line and his brother, I think, is in the third pairing. They're not our top guys. And even age and experience are probably the youngest guys we got on the team. Definitely Luke, right? It's Jack and Luke.
Jack
Yes.
and yeah.
Quinn as well?
No, Quinn is Canadian. He's
Yes.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's not related. Quinn.
Yeah,
Are we getting mixed up on this? Hold on. You guys mixed me up. I thought Quinn Hughes is Canadian, right?
Quinn, Jack, and Luke Hughes are prominent American hockey playing
Okay,
families.
so
from
he's
Michigan.
American too. They're just not brothers. Okay.
So which one's
See,
the one playing?
Quinn
Is
threw
it
you off
Jack?
because he plays in Vancouver.
Yeah, he
Wait,
plays for the Canucks.
Wait,
Or he played for the Canucks now in the Wild.
Wait. So is
he?
is
Yeah, he's on the Wild.
Luke on the Olympic team then? I don't think
it's Luke. I think it's Jack and Quinn.
Okay, I thought that it was another brother pairing. That's why I got
No,
thrown off.
no. It's not a brother pairing. No.
Okay. Well, it says Hughes Bros in here. So
they're
bros from another brothers from other mothers. Yeah, I'll stick to buying it. Whatever.
What about you?
I am going to sell just because I feel like we could easily get this out of Quinn on the D end and nothing out of Jack if he's on the fourth. So gonna sell just because it's not enough to convince me. Last prompt here, buy or sell. If the USA averages 3 goals a game throughout the entire stretch of the tournament. Don, I'll go with you first.
I'm going to sell. Yeah, I think we should easily begin 4 or 5 in the preliminaries alone. And with this group, the offense we have, and especially on our defensive side, I'm going to sell that.
Just like Don said, we should be averaging 4 to 5 in the preliminary round. So if we're averaging 3 after all it's said and done, that's 2 to 1 in the qualifiers and the tournament aspects. So that's not good. And I'll sell that.
Yeah, I'm going to sell as well. Obviously, the over-unders and puck lines tell you everything you need to know at the preliminaries. But also you face really good goaltending in the international hockey scheme of things when it's all said and done. So you definitely need more than 3 come out of the preliminaries into the qualifiers. Also going to sell on that. That has been Buy or Sell, presented by Victory Smoke. Taste of victory.
Speaking of buying, weather's getting better.
The victory of a gold medal. Look at those palm trees.
Get the palm tree. Get the stuff we have available on the merch Etsy and 26 Shirts store. We do have a huge weekend ahead, Valentine's Day. Slick's making plans clearly. But we also have a huge weekend ahead at Herbal IQ. Our friends over there, I had to get this right. We have a Bloom and Build event with Pax Flower Bar tomorrow. I believe it's close to sold out, but check them out on the socials, Herbal IQ. But the big thing is Valen Vibes on Saturday. If you're looking for plans.
Oh, my God.
What do we got?
I'm saved.
You are saved.
Those are my plans. Now I have something to do.
There you go. Now you
I
got
have something to do at Herbal.
Like, thank goodness for Herbal. Left Coast, Puff, Heirloom, Off Hours, Jaunty, and more. We're going to have goodie bags, games, all kinds of stuff going on at the Q Lounge. February 14th, this Saturday at 5 p.m. The Q Lounge is where it's happening. With that said, we still got things in neutral a little bit. We got 2 weeks before the Sabres get back. We do have Banditos this weekend, so we'll be back in it. So no rest for the weary, boys, even though things are slowing down a little bit.
No rest for the weary. Olympics underway. USA as of tomorrow. And then, as we've already previously promoted, Sunday we will be at Sports City Pizza Pub, 1407 Niagara Street, for the USA men's team taking on Germany, their second preliminary game of the Olympics. Should be a good one.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if any of our college teams play tonight, because this is going to be a new
we got to be mentioning this. There was a blurb. Brian Hodgson's got things going very well in South Florida. He could be next up for a potential position with Syracuse if it's becoming open. I mean, that would be pretty astounding, seeing as 5 to 6 years ago, this is a guy who was working to get in at UB, clearly showing his worth. I'll tell you what, if he gets the position at Syracuse, there's going to be a lot of upset Bulls fans. That's all I'll say.
South Florida is a big tilt tonight, too. Who do they play? I was looking at it earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're all UB Bulls fans here. We support our guys. But as a kid, I remember when Syracuse was an awesome, dominant basketball program. So I'd like for, and not like UB made a run. Syracuse, though, we're cutting nets.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, so I would love to see them to return to old glory, like you had with Carmelo Anthony and all of that. So, yeah.
South Florida, 1.5 point favorites at Wichita State tonight.
Wow.
Okay. Pretty big spot to be a favorite as well. -118 money line. Yeah, it's crazy you say that, Don. Carmelo's son is literally playing for Syracuse.
Anthony.
I have a fun announcement too on the college basketball lineup. So all 3 of our teams
playing tonight.
Next time they play Saturday.
Yep, we got plans.
So we got
plenty of plans.
We got Don's Kansas facing off against number 5 Iowa State at 1.
That's a big one.
Houston hosting Kansas State, who is a conference rival, even though they're ranked at 4. And then we have Gonzaga heading to Santa Clara at 10:30. So our games are all staggered, so you can watch all 3.
Gonzaga at Santa Clara, they're probably like -20.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a tough matchup, but we'll see. This is exciting. This is exciting stuff, guys.
This is indeed exciting stuff.
Very exciting stuff for certain. A lot of excitement. Like I said, we're throwing a little bit in neutral because there's a little bit of slowdown from no football and everything, but still a lot going on. Olympics, hockey on his way back, lacrosse, and much more. We got Valen Vibes weekend. Slick on my left, Don on the 1s and 2s. Shout out producer Rachel and Nick. Is that over? Oh no, we got Lucky and Liz in the studio. I saw Nick P was here. He was sitting there earlier.
Liz, I did see your comment.
Yes, that was
on Instagram. Huddle Puddle. Thank you for that. We're gonna have to coin that. Maybe make a shirt.
Yes, Huddle Puddle for sure. But make sure you're always huddling up with us Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon for Trainwreck Today. Trainwreck Sports, Herd of Buffalo. Let's go have a good rest of our week. Let's have a great Valentine's Day weekend, and we can only do that by starting with Wednesday and having a good day now.